Okay. I think that music was a bit low, wasn't it? But never mind, it doesn't matter. Just a surprise stream. Listen, chaps, I was live streaming on Twitch, and only a couple of viewers. I was getting a bit fed up with it, thinking, okay, I know it's difficult to start off on Twitch. Maybe a lot of you do not know that I'm on Twitch, and I'm doing a lot of airliner live streams, sometimes to an audience of 2. Just doesn't feel great. Anyway, in this flight, I've just flew from Heathrow to Vienna in Austria. And in this flight, I'm going to fly from Austria to Dubai International. What a great flight in the Concorde. Classic old Concorde. This feels better. Now I'm streaming to a good number of people. Yeah, feels a lot better. What I'll do, let me just make sure I've got it on the right screen. Did I close my sim brief? No, I didn't. Good. Let me just switch you over to sim brief. There we go. Sim brief open. Now, I'm going to show you a trick here with sim brief as well. I was going to save this for a whole new video I may do on YouTube. I put in my departure airport, LWOO, that's Vienna International in Austria, over to OMDB, that's Dubai International. This is the flight route. I mean, okay, you put that in. You can put down here your aircraft and goodness knows what. I do have a sim brief video in my Back to Basics series. Go and look through my Back to Basics series if you don't know what sim brief is. You can use it on Xbox and PC to plan. It doesn't actually integrate with the sim. It does in some cases. You can load it in some aircraft like the 146, even on Xbox as well. So well worth getting even if you're on Xbox. You can put your aircraft, what type it is. Put your departure airport. I put runway 11 in this case. Arrival airport runway 12 at Dubai, and then you can choose a flight plan. So I've just clicked on one of these, one of the shorter ones, and I've chose it. Still too bloody complicated for me. I mean, look at this going into Dubai. That does not look comfortable. I'm going to rearrange this flight plan ASAP. And you can do it straight from SimBrief. So what we can do here now, I should have wrote this down, never mind, I'm going to have to refer to my SimBrief when I'm in Flight Sim. I'm going to delete the SID. In SimBrief, I'm going to go Analyze Route. It will now build that route back up without that SID. So there you go, I've already amended it. I don't need these two here. I can go straight to a Pari. So I can get rid of these. In Concorde you can't use airways, so that airway there, that Z whatever it is, I can't use it anyway, so I can get rid of it. Analyze route. Look, I've shortened my route again, shortened the number of legs in the route. I'll keep this one. Which one is that? This one here. And keep the next one if it allows me to input this in the Concorde. The rest of it doesn't look too bad. I don't need all these. So from EVAS, where are we? I don't need that to Otter. Now let me just make sure. That's actually part of the SID, isn't it? So from here, let me just make sure, chaps, I've not actually tried this. I want to keep this one here, Sissin, which is there. So anything, so basically I'm just going to get rid of these airways. Analyze route, see what happens with the route there. There you go, I've shortened it again. I don't need that, this one here, so I can get rid of that as well. This is very unpracticed. Let me just make sure, so from Sissin, yeah, I don't need this. Don't think I can enter that into the Concorde anyway. So we'll just see how it looks. And then from Sidad. You know what? From Sidad, I'm going to go straight into the airport. So straight from here, I'm going to get rid of these. Look at that. I've shortened it by miles, that route. And that's going to fly me roughly into Dubai at 12 degrees, I hope. This is very unpracticed, so what you're seeing is what I would normally do when I'm practicing anyway. Probably get rid of that first waypoint as well, Adama. Don't need it. Don't need it. I'm going to really trim this route. So from runway 11 I should be able to lock onto that, and etc, etc. Okay, let's get you back into Microsoft Flight Sim. Just be a second. Bear with me, just catch up on chat there. No, you're all okay. That's fine. Do chat away now. We are on YouTube. I do like it when people interact, so please do chat away, chaps. Keep me company on this flight. There's runway 11. Easy taxiway. I've got the engine started. Let's jump into the cockpit. Gonna put my nose down, ready for taxi. It's called a flaps lever here. It's not a flaps lever, it's actually your nose gear basically. It takes a while to actuate in the sim. Let's watch it. Boom! Live weather. North Europe server, live server as well. There you go, the nose will start to drop. And what I'm doing here, chaps, is promoting my Twitch channel. If you don't know I'm on Twitch, go and follow the link that's hopefully in the description. If it's not, someone let me know and I'll put it in chat. Go to that. Just follow me. It doesn't cost you anything on Twitch. If you want to see airliner live streams like the Concorde, the 146, and I'll be doing others as well. There you go, the nose drop down. Go and follow me on Twitch. Now there's no passengers. Now, I don't know if you know this trick, but I think it's Control 0 will get you to the Engineers panel. In the Engineers panel, where this bank of buttons is, next to it, you've got Passenger Visibility. Click it, left click. It should turn the excited passengers. That's a good view. Exciting passengers on there. And it's a good way to gauge your ground speed as well in the aircraft. And what Mach you're doing. If you listen carefully, hopefully you can see all that. Seen the trailer for the new... Oh yeah, we've all seen that. We can discuss the new sim, I guess, during this live stream. So there you go. so we got passengers on, all the exciting passengers. Let's get ready to set up the aircraft. Control and 5 will bring you to your MCDU. I believe this is adapted from the A320 MCDU. This is not what you would find in a Concorde, I don't believe. We'll go to data. We'll type in... Now, the keypad, I'm going to have to repeat all this again because you've probably not seen my Twitch live streams. The keypad's like a Nokia phone, so to get to L, I'm going to have to press this button 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's zoom in a bit so you can see L. To get to O, 4 times. To get to W, twice. So I'm going from low. Hold the O, it will give you the /. Let me just remind myself where I'm heading to. It's a good start, isn't it? OMDB. OMDB. So O. Let's do this quickly before I get M. That's an N. So you just press clear to get rid of that. M. D. B. So Vienna International over to... Let me just think. Dubai International. OMDB. Put it in the from and to. It'll take a while. It didn't take long at all. There you go. It's updated. Flight plan. We can enter this manually from that route we've just set up. I've got it on screen. I won't switch you backwards and forwards. So Paris. E. P. A. R. I. You put it from your first waypoint, which is actually Vienna International. Put it on top of that, it will put it down underneath it. Ipari. Bud up. B-U-D-O-P. B. U. D. O. P. So I'm saying this out loud so I don't forget it myself. Put it on the Ipari, the one before. It will put it underneath it. Put up. Only 6 to put in, only 4 more to put in. Art at. Okay. These are not familiar to me, that's why I'm repeating them. Art. At. And put it on bud up. Now you may have to press up here to see that recent waypoint you put in there. That's fine, it's in. 3 more to go. FS. E. B. S. A. So you soon get used to this keypad, as you can see. Put it on top of ARTAT. Press up to see it. FSAS. FSAS, that's right. Sys in. S. I. S. I. N. And we'll put it on FSAS. And press up just to see it. System. It does give you not waypoints. It does give you some additional information. It does follow. I'm going to show you in the VFR map later, where you can check this yourself to make sure that your route is correct. Last waypoint is SIDAD. 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 So, SIDAD. And we can put that on Sissin. Go up, just to make sure it's there. Some of them it will bring up alternatives. Obviously these are quite unique waypoints, so it didn't bring up any alternatives that you can choose from, so that's perfect. Insert the plan. Bring up my flow. Hope you've all seen my video. Bring up my VFR map. It's just a quick way to get to it. Now, if I expand that map and go along to make sure that you can go along in your VFR map to make sure that your route, that's the first waypoint, your route is absolutely correct. Put up. Now you can only zoom out of this map so far. Let's zoom out all the way 200 nautical miles. RTAP. Won't take long this in the Concorde, chaps. FSAS. Sissin, and I believe this goes in, no, SIDAD, and this goes to to the Dubai International. So the route is perfect. So if you're on Xbox or PC, that's a good way you can check your route in the Concorde. There's no other way of doing it in this specific Concorde. There is a little sort of range thing here. You can put weather on there as well, and you can range out, but you can't see your whole route basically doing this. So it lets you zoom in and out, but it's not even getting to the first waypoint there, zooming all the way out. All the way out. So we've got that part. Let me just catch up with you chaps. Should get Sky Elite. Yeah, maybe. It's your first time watching you live. You've watched a bunch of your videos, though. Lots of great content. Thank you. I hope what you do. Evening, Ola Shark. You live in Dubai. Great. So you'll see me flying over. Have you ever seen a Concorde fly over Dubai? That's the question. I'm not sure it did. Did it ever fly to Dubai? Now, our first points of call in terms of altitude is going to be 24,000 feet. We do not want to break the sound barrier, otherwise we'll be breaking windows across Austria and the Alps and goodness knows what's, and other, not the Alps, Austria and other places that we do not. We gotta apply with noise abatement. So 24,000 feet, no supersonic speed before that. Flight director on. Chaps, I'm making this video now. I'm doing this live stream to promote my Twitch channel, which is linked down below. If you've not joined that, go and join, because I do a lot of these airliner live streams on there. Oh, that's the idea. That's what I want to do going forward. So do join that if you haven't. That's why I'm doing this video now. I've just finished a live stream on Twitch, and I'm being a fool, not giving myself anything to eat doing this live stream. Okay, flight director's on. We got 24,000 feet. Is there anything else I need to set up? There is. I need to change it from radio navigation to INS. INS is inertia. Oh, I've written this down. Inertia navigation system. It's basically GPS in the Concorde. I'm going to switch over to that so it'll follow lateral navigation, as you can see there, LNAV, once we get up in the air. Control 5, let's just get back down. Let's go to the perf page. We can click on V1, it will populate. VR, rotate, 220, and V2. I do want to check my fuel. I do believe we need quite a bit of fuel. I've never done this flight. I'm doing it live with you. Foolishly of me. But it should be okay. I'm pretty good at choosing an airport and landing the Concorde nowadays. 60% fuel will be absolutely fine, with fuel to spare, no doubt. I'll come back to RadNav later. I do need to set up the ILS frequency for runway. Let me just double check. Runway 12 right. And the ILS frequency, I might as well do it now, is 10950. Let's do that. 109.50. Has that gone incorrectly? So when I get towards our destination, this just should kick in. I'm going to alter it up here. There's no point altering it now because it will just change back to this one because we're near Vienna at the moment. And it just changes back. So I'll change this a bit later. So don't worry too much about that. You followed on Twitch. Look, lovely. Am I excited for the new one? Yeah, I am. Very excited for the new flight simulator. Quite excited. And I'll get into that in a moment. Let me just concentrate, chaps, because I'm going to miss something. Control 7 will take me down to my piano keys. Piano keys are turning your afterburner on. Control 8 take me to my top panel. I'll turn my ignition switches on because I want to go into afterburner when I get up in the air. And you know what? We are ready to go. I'm going to push back because I'm going to drive over these trucks if I don't. This is at Vienna International. Go and watch my recent Twitch stream, chaps. After this, I flew from Heathrow to here. Trucks, I'm afraid I'm going to drive over here. I can't be bothered pushing back. Naughty me, but there you go. It's my prerogative. I'm in a sim. So I'm just going to increase my throttle to get myself moving. Crunch. That's a couple of people dead. Ignore that. get on this taxiway to runway 11. I believe this is runway 11. We'll soon find out. It must be. Must be. Yeah. Yeah. Everything's fine. Like I said, I'm doing this cold, so I've not even practiced this flight, but I've just done one from London to here, so I don't think I'm in too much, famous last words, too much danger. Oh dear. I wonder how my passengers are feeling. Yeah, they're petrified, aren't they? Don't worry, chaps. I'm practiced with the Concorde. I'm sure you'll be fine. I'm hoping this runway... Well, I landed here, so it should be long enough. Dubai International better be long enough for a Concorde. You've got to laugh, really. Unpracticed flights. Is it going to go right? We'll find out. And if it does, then take it to heart that you can do the same. Okay, I'm going to do a rolling start on this. Oh dear, dear, dear. Right, should be fine. Let me just move my view down so I can see my instruments properly. Rolling start. You can hear the afterburners kick in. I've just put my parking brake on. That's what I meant to do. Right. Rolling start, chaps. Or rolling takeoff. We're heading in the right direction at least. So we get to around 220 knots and rotate. Please be long enough. Please be long enough. Yeah, it's absolutely fine. Hello. I've been having a few crashes with PC Flight Sim recently. It's not to do with any add-ons I've found. I don't know what it is. I know Tango's been having crashes too, so I hope we don't get any. Positive rate of climb, gear up. Gears coming up. I'm going to try and hold 250 knots. In fact, I'm going to go to autopilot 1. Engage INS, so LNAV essentially. And altitude acquired mode. Now if it climbs too rapidly, I'm going to put it into vertical speed mode and alter my vertical speed with my multi-panel. Just have a tendency to climb too quickly. I'm going to put it into vertical speed. I do not trust this. It was climbing at 6,000 feet. I'm going to climb at 4,500 feet per minute. You've got to watch this bar down here. It's called the barber pole. It must have come in a recent update. If you overspeed, you will know about it. It will scream at you. Right, visor comes up. Now we've taken off. Visor comes all the way up. I'm going to go down to my... Good job, I remembered. Turn my afterburners off. I do not want to break Mach 1 in the climb here until we get to 24,000 feet. It's following our course. It's locked onto INS, LNAV. Bob's your uncle. Or auntie. It's a beautiful aircraft. That's why I like flying it, but as you'll see, it takes no time to get to your destination. It's like unlike any other aircraft out there for the sim. Just going to bring my throttle back because I can see I'm getting near that barber pole. Have I forgotten something? I think gears up, so that's a good sign. I'm locked onto the course, watching my speed, using my physical throttle. I don't have auto throttle on, I'm controlling my throttle. Control and 5 will give me... The reason you got the barber pole there is because it's saying if you pass that, you're going to be breaking the sound barrier, or you're going to get near to it. So you'll see this barber pole increase later when we get to 50,000 feet. But that's a bit of a way away. Has there ever been an aircraft that looks so good? First live stream, love what you do. Thanks for all the lessons you taught me. You're welcome. Learned something else here now. The idea of this stream, chats, for those who are joining, I want to promote my Twitch channel. When I do a stream, I'm getting a couple of people. It just doesn't feel great, to be honest, because I'm on for an hour or two, and I've just done a live stream. I've just come off one. Blue Boy, thanks for joining me, my friend, on there. A couple of people join me, but you know, let's build that Twitch following up. It's where I want to do airliner live streams. 146 Concorde, Phoenix, Fly-by-Wire A320, the Antonov. Got so many things planned, but if I don't build up the audience, it won't be happening, I'm afraid. I'll just do them on YouTube, but I want to build up Twitch, so I will do them on Twitch anyway. Passengers, he's still petrified, don't worry. There we go. 0.79 Mach, ground speed of 500 plus miles an hour already. Shocking aircraft, isn't it? But I've lowered my throttle, we don't have afterburners on. I didn't turn my landing lights. Are they on, I wonder? Not sure if I turned them on in the first place. Does it tell you? It doesn't even indicate. I'm going to say that they're on, so I'm going to turn them off. I hope. Doesn't really matter. Nobody can catch us anyway. So, climbing past, 20,000 feet already. For goodness sake. Unplanned flight, chaps. I don't know what I'm doing when I come in for an approach here, but I'm assuming we'll be heading in the general direction. I know how to set up ILS and goodness knows what, so we should be okay. Should be okay. It's going to be famous last words, isn't it? Got to increase my throttle slightly. We're not near that barber pole. We're quite some distance. We're coming to our... Let's just check my Mach. Keep an eye on your Mach, Huddison. We'll get to about 0.9 Mach below the speed of sound, typically. Now it's levelling off, so I need to watch my throttle here, otherwise I'll get that warning. I'm going to go auto throttle on Mach hold, so I'm holding my current Mach. You'll hear the engines respond. I'm going to go up to... Oh, I'll wait till it climbs. Wait till this autopilot altitude hold mode switches on it. There you go, it's turned itself on automatically. Now change it to 50,000 feet. And we can go, turn this off, go to Alt Acquired, go Alt Control 7 to turn the afterburners back on. You may have to throttle up and down to turn your afterburners back on. There we go, afterburners back on. You can see the barber pole has now raised, it's allowing us more speed. We're going to be breaking the sound barrier, climbing up to 50,000 feet. Let's watch it. Come on guys, get excited. Come on, hey, that's better. 0.98 Mach. We should get to twice the speed of sound roughly on this flight. It'll take no time to get to our arrival. Sound barrier broken, guys. Look, you can hear the sound at the back. Silence at the front. If you think of sound, you are going faster than sound. It can't keep up with you. Oh. Never gets old until you go to the back of the aircraft. One more time. Gotta love that. Just gonna watch my speed now. I don't want to get too near to that barber pole. I don't want to go too far over that barber pole, rather. Yeah, do please. Great you followed. Yeah, do keep an eye on the notifications. Get a couple of hundred people, even if I get 10 viewers on Twitch to start. If I'm streaming to 1 or 2 people, with respect, it doesn't feel great. You know, it feels like, well, come on. That's why I'm just using the muscle of the YouTube channel to promote it. 10 or so viewers. I'll have to build it up. But I like flying airliners, so yeah, that's the idea. She looks terrified as well now. She looks quite calm today. It's good. I think she's starting to trust me. So the new sim, let's get into it. Who's excited about the new sim? Let me ask that question first. Ooh. Eerie. It's very eerie. In the Concorde you don't hear a thing at the front of the aircraft. So you get behind. Get this live weather. Just double checking my flow. Oh, I'm in Southeast Asia. Sorry chaps, not North Europe. Southeast Asia server. It will do. And I'm flying, I can tell you where I'm at the moment, in case you want to join me in a fast jet. It's going to have to be bloody fast to catch me. I'm over Hungary at the moment. Yeah, we're just approaching Budapest. Huh. There we go. So what I'm going to do in... No, I've got the airport information up. 10950 for the nav frequency here. I'm going to change it now. I'm going to use my radio panels, my physical radio panel, 10950. If it doesn't stay, sometimes it switches back to the old frequency for whatever reason. I need that frequency in to line up with runway 12 right. 12 right. We're coming to Epari already. My goodness, we'll be here before you know it. Where's my top of descent? It's a question I'm going to find out in sim brief. It's saying my top of descent. Where's my top of descent? Am I going to have to... I'm going to have to generate the flight, just bear with me. Ignore what I'm doing in the background, just keep an eye on my speed and yell at me if it's getting too quick. I think we're fine at the moment. You've got to generate the flight in sim brief to get the top of descent. It's taking its time, sweet time to do it. Top of descent is between Sidad and the airport. I'm going to start descending just after Sidad. Because I know with the Concorde it takes time and I want to be safe. Do we have any information in little nav map of the elevation? The elevation is 29 feet. That's absolutely fine. That's all I need. So I can get down to about 3,000 feet on descent. Pretty flat place, Dubai, but there's a massive building there. There we go, we're turning on to Budup. You don't want to crash into the, is it Var Eligi? I apologize, somebody, the person from Dubai corrects us in the chat there. I'm not going to look it up. Very excited, okay. I think it's money, rocket, okay. Yeah, I know, but you should be able to migrate to 2024 with your aircraft, apparently. Most people will play the next one, I think so too. Might be mad about change. It's not unusual with Flight Simulator, guys. We had to put up with it back in 95. We were excited back then to see a new sim. 95, 98, 2000, 2004. And I believe the next one was Flight Sim X, and then this, of course. It happened all the time back then, and they got better with each iteration. Graphically, I'm looking forward to it. I'm worried that my Series S is not going to be up to it. My gaming laptop should just about be up to it, but I don't know to what extent. If it runs on the Series S, rest assured you should be able to play it. Thank you, LJR. The barge could fly. The barge Kafala. Kafala? Did I say it right? Probably not. I'm going to butcher that. Not new with Microsoft. No, that's right. Happen all the time, and it's going to be happening. It's going to be happening probably more down the line too. There's going to be a lot of activities. I'm looking forward to some of them. They're going to be a novelty, basically. You're going to play them for a bit and then just do what you've always done. If Concorde 146 PMDG fly by wire All the other aircraft we've bought work okay and it's a better looking sim. Bring it on, I say. Just don't fleece us with the type of PC we're going to need. Am I losing speed? I am. Afterburner still on. I'm going to decrease my rate of climb. I'm just doing that with my multi-panel. Down to 400 feet climb. I don't like losing speed like that. 3,500 climb. I may have to get back to my cockpit and put vertical speed on. Oh, let's just keep an eye on that. I lost track and we were losing speed. As it starts to... Oh, okay. That's worrying. Ah. Didn't happen before. Let's just see what's going on here. I'll suss it out, don't worry. Vertical speed. Alright, so we're climbing 2,000 feet per minute. We're getting to our 50,000 feet. We're going to increase our speed in a minute anyway. Could just be that it's a heavy aircraft, but not to worry. Let me just concentrate on this for a moment, chaps. I'll get back to there we go. We're increasing speed again now. I want to get near to Mach 2 in this, just to speed up our journey. Yeah, better looking sim as long as the PC requirements are not too steep. I say bring it on, personally. We have no choice, but you should be able to fly Flight Sim 2020. How long it's going to be supported after 2024, I don't know. So heading towards Budup. Let's just see. So we descend. Just bear with me. We start descending. It's not going to be long, is it? At Sissin. So we pass Budup, go to Artap, Evas, and then at Sissin we descend. My goodness me. This aircraft. Okay. We're increasing speed. Keep an eye on my Mach. 1.13. I hope that's going to increase. 1.14 it is indeed. So yeah, we'll get slowly towards that Mach 2 point. And what was it? The Concorde expanded 2 feet, I believe, in the air. So the fuselage would expand because of the extreme heat and speed. And then shrink back down to normal once it came back out of supersonic speed. And it flew faster than a speeding bullet, which is it's mind-boggling, really. It's a Barge Khalifi, isn't it? My mind's just clicked back into place there. Yeah. Let me just catch up there. We should be okay with no PC with our PCs. Just hope we can you can use the existing ones. Yeah. People are wearing themselves stupid. Yeah, they are, Dave. Yeah. It's been less than a week. I say be hyped for it personally. Marketplace add-ons will transfer over. They've rewritten the graphics and weather engines too. That's brilliant. I mean, can you imagine chasing a bloody Turricane? Come on, guys. It's easy to start from scratch. From the old code. Yep. It's out of date now. Yeah, absolutely. You're optimistic. Truly excited. That's good. Bring on the new sim. Brilliant, Dave. Yep. Warning: you've flown into a time. Damn. All your passengers are frozen in time. Where's the doctor? Come on board, Bob. We need you. Mach 1.2. Oh, those passengers are happy. I should have kept it in real time because there's great lights in the Concorde. What am I doing there? There's great lighting in the Concorde as well, but never mind. We may descend at dusk. Yep. They truly are frozen. We're going so fast the passengers can't respond. We should get over 1,000 miles per hour, by the way. Our ground speed should be over 1,000. It's just amazing, huh? Gonna keep the afterburner on. We've got lots of fuel to burn, and we can say bugger the environment for this flight. Wow. Not a sound. Ah! Love it. So we'll get towards that barber pole eventually, not to worry. We are just coming on to Budup. Alt 9 tells you down here how many miles we have, nautical miles towards Budup. Weather radar now, do I have this? To wherever, let's put it on wherever and T, whatever that will be. If there's any clouds around and things, weather warnings, you should be able to see them on here. Budup's coming up, and we'll be going on to our next waypoint. See from the VFR map here. So you can do this on Xbox as well, by the way, chaps. RTAP. There you go. Yeah, bring it on. Bring it on. A new sim, new cold, new weather. I'm excited by it. I'm just a bit apprehensive in terms of my current technology. I've got a 3060 laptop, but it's a laptop, so you've got a 3060 laptop GPU and CPU as well. The CPU in my desktop, which is only running a 1060 GPU, is a lot quicker than my laptop CPU. So I may just have to get a new desktop PC. I am thinking of reaching out to one of the PC developers out there and just get them to sponsor a series or videos or something. It's a good way around it. I'll just buy one. Like the rest of you. Last supersonic flight, the flight engineer put out his cap, I guess, in the gap between the consoles. As they slow down the consoles, crept back together, forever trapping his cap on. Is that true, Dave? Gap between the consoles, slow down, crept back. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. Oh, you. Yeah. Okay. You puts his cap between the gap. Yeah. Wow. It's uncanny, isn't it? How are we doing? 1.35 Mach. We'll be fine. Once we get to 1.7, I'm going to turn off the afterburners. Inertia will carry the aircraft forward, so it will keep increasing in speed. It's just an incredible aircraft, really. It's a big aircraft, and the inertia of the forward momentum will just keep pushing it forward, basically. As you'll see. Contrails behind me. Let's just see where we are in the world. I'll keep you in that view for the moment. Yeah, so we're still basically, we just passed. No, we're out of Hungary now. That's put up. We just passed, so we're crossing into. We just crossed into Romania. So we've just travelled over the entirety of Hungary within about, what was it, 10 minutes or so. That's Concorde for you. Oops, didn't mean to press that button. How many more updates? We got a world update coming up. Is that world update 14? Romania, and somebody put down where else it is down below. Not Romania. It's, where is it? It's Czech Republic, isn't it? This coming update, Czech Republic. So I'm excited to see Prague. I can imagine. It depends how many people move to the new sim. I think we're all going to try it. Whether we stay there or not is another matter. So I think they're going to keep updating it, to be honest, until, you know, like a couple of years into 2024 would be my guess. But we do have a world update coming up. Yeah, I'm excited to see Prague updated. I've been to Prague. Beautiful place. Okay, let's see. So this is just spur of the moment flight. We've got 400 miles, but you can see how those miles are ticking down to Artat. So I'm hoping my estimation with the fuel was okay there and we didn't need more. This flight is a lot longer than I anticipated in terms of mileage. But I think we should be okay. Let's just take a look. Expand the VFR map. So we're going to go towards Artat. There's another lengthy leg towards FSAS. Another lengthy leg towards, well, not so lengthy, but Sisan. And that's when I start descending. No, then Sidad. So descend at Sidad, Huddison, Sidad. Yeah, it's gonna take a hot minute. Let's just say. Should be fine. Look, speed's increasing, so it's gonna shorten our journey time. 1.5 Mach. Should be perfect. Yeah, so what are you looking forward for in the new sim? I mean, it sounds very superficial, but for me, the tornadoes, the whirlwinds, I really want to see if they're going to be animated and it's going to throw up dust and it's going to affect the wind. You're going to get thunderstorms around you. I'm hoping it's going to happen. From the trailer, they look a bit static, the whirlwinds, but we'll see. So I'll be flying for hours trying to find whirlwinds and goodness knows what. It's got like a new weather aircraft, isn't it? An aircraft fitted out for weather, so that's going to be incredible. Dave, I'm expecting you're excited for the helicopters there. Oh, chaps, tomorrow night we got the group flight, so this can be like a precursor, or build-up to the group flight tomorrow night. It's Bob, who was just in the chat there, Dr. Oculari. We're doing a moon... I've not even practiced it, Bob. I've not even practiced that flight. Perhaps that time would have been better spent me practicing that, but... Hey, oh, whatever happens, happens. I'll practice it before the flight somehow. Yeah, come and join us, should be fun. Flying in the moonlight. It's almost as scary as the bloody helicopter flight. Let's get you back outside, just like... I mean, there's cloud, live weather. What can you do? What can you say? Over Dubai, I'm expecting it to be clear. There's not many people around here, are there? I've noticed this part of the world doesn't get a lot of people flying in, which is a shame, because there's some beautiful parts around here. Are those mountains below us? Looks like it. Yeah, high, aren't they? So, we see how quickly we get into Artat. Concorde. Let's get back in the cockpit. Alton 9 should bring us down, so 340. Okay, that's fine. We'll get there soon. Oh, you see the speed? How it's increased so quickly? I'm going to bring my throttle back. I'm going to take off my afterburners. That's going to help. If we get an alarm, sorry chaps, I shall slow down. Take off the afterburners. Control M5, just take a look at my Mach 1.8. Alton 0, just to get to my passengers. I'm going to move my throttle so that my ground speed is no longer increasing. There we go. That's it. Pause it. Well, I don't want to decrease too much. There, caught it. So we should stay. We're right on the barber pole, so we're not going to overspeed. Should let us get to Mach 2, but it is what it is. 1.8 will do. Just going to keep an eye on that, just to make sure I'm not decreasing too much. Slightly decreasing. Good way of seeing it. Let's go to the cabin passenger view and just look at your ground speed and try and get it where it's not decreasing or increasing. So I'm just moving my physical throttle because I've got control of the throttle. Now it's increasing a little bit. About there with my throttle, that should be fine. I'm just below the barber pole. No problem. I have a hard time getting to high altitude, long distance flights. Always doing Mach bush fly-ins, city tours and stuff. Slow and low, like smoking a brisket. Yeah, absolutely. Should be great for chopper pilots, yeah. Should be, yeah. You can create like lift things, and there's even building structure in there. That should be good fun. I'm looking forward to that part myself as well. They need to have it more stable than flight. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Kieran, yep. When it came out at first, I'm terrible at operating all helicopters. The helicopters, you should have joined us last week. LJR. Is it IJR? Or LJR? Should have joined us last week. No, I mean, these flights, I tend to do hour flights. I mean, this shouldn't be much longer than that, because it's a fast aircraft. As you'll see, we'll get to our last waypoint where we need to descend before you know it, Sidad. We're doing 1.8 now, and we're coming up slowly to Artat. This is probably our longest leg we're on. I find it quite relaxing, to be honest. It just feels like you're going on a journey, like a real journey. That's why I enjoy doing them. Take a look at my little nav map. Still over Romania. Yeah, I mean, Romania's quite a large place. We're coming into Bulgaria. I've got a friend who lives in Bulgaria. Very cheap housing over there. Very tempted to go and join her. Not live in the same house, but go and buy a house out there. Because we're ripped off in the UK completely. In many ways. I'm getting sick of it. Yeah, I'm going to call you IJR. LJR. JR. I tend to go on, yeah, flying around cities low, Cessna 172, Grand Caravan, that type of thing, Quickie, mainly. But this was my first love, airliners. Hence is why I'm promoting Twitch. Because I'm desperately trying to get back into them big time. And doing ad hoc flights where I have no idea what I'm arriving into is all very exciting. But I kind of got the knack off the Concorde. Famous last words. Alright, ground speed's doing fine, it's not moving. 1.81 Mach. Perfect. Passengers still frozen. Doc, come on board please. It'd be great to have proper shared cockpits as well, so where you can see, you know, you can have your avatar the way you want it next to a pilot, and you can see each other talking. That would be fantastic. What base plane would you recommend for long distance flights? The base game only has a few options, but you're willing to try long distance flights to start with. The Grand Caravan. The guys helped me out here. I've flown a few of them, and I flew one, the Diamond. Diamond's a great Diamond. Oh, I can't look at my Diamond in the sim at the moment. Diamond DB something, brilliant for long distance. So if you're going from, it's depending where you're flying from, but it's great for flying all over Europe or the US. And powerful little aircraft as well. So this is great. We've got over 20 people watching. It's what I want to happen on Twitch. Even 10 people watching on Twitch would be brilliant. So the idea is, chaps, if you just join, look down below in the description. Hopefully it's there. You'll see my Twitch link. And I'm going to try at least once a week to do a live stream on Twitch. Airliners, setting up a controller live, perhaps, that type of thing. Troubleshooting, all kinds of things. That's the idea. Okay, look at that. 150 miles, 200 miles. I was looking at the clock. 200 miles, and the miles are clicking down quickly. This is turning into a Twitch stream. Never mind, we'll get there when we get there. Mach staying constant, so I'm going to keep at that 181 at least, just to keep... Yeah, I'll just keep it there. It's about as fast. You can go a little bit faster and go over Mach 2, of course, but the barber pole's not allowing us at the moment. For whatever reason, I believe that's a bug. I'm at 50,000 feet. We should be at Mach 2 now. So 2.0 Mach basically, but never mind. Just increase my throttle, I'll temp fate. Go a little bit higher to see if that helps. Probably would help actually. Shall we try it? Shall we try that? 50,000 feet, 55,000. See if that barber pole increases a little bit, just so I can get a little bit faster. What's the fun of Concorde if you can't go up Mach 2? Increase my throttle. Control on 7. Put on my afterburners. Got plenty of fuel. There we go. Just watch that Mach increase, hopefully. We're still climbing, so it's going to remain constant for the moment. Keep that on GPS for you. There you go, it's increasing. Brilliant. Yep, passengers are still thrilled over 1,000 miles an hour. Goodness me. If you think of that 1,000 miles an hour speed, it's not gonna take us long to get to our destination. Not that I found. I'm gonna call you RYM. Rim. Not that I found. You don't get any help from the engineer. It's quite a simplified model of Concorde, this one. It's good enough, and anything more complicated will be too complicated. It will take you a year to learn. Let's just catch up with chat before that, actually. Just a second. DA 4062, yeah, both of them will do. CG4 is great if you want a small jet, or the A320 if you want something larger. Yeah, both brilliant. There are better options in the marketplace, but those should give you a taste for the base sim. Yeah, love the TBM 90. Yeah, would like to purchase the Kodiak. Yeah, Kodiak. I don't have that myself. price, I'm hoping they'll give us a discount. If you talk about FlySim 2024, I'm hoping we'll get like a, for example, £30, maybe $30 more or less if you own the original sim. I'm hoping. But it may be that you have to own the store version. I own the Steam version, so I might have to buy it from scratch if that's the case. But Steam might give you a discount as well, maybe. Kodak was great when it came out, but there's much better aircraft available these days. Yep. The Concorde, I love flying it. I mean, it's not the most complicated aircraft to fly once you get the hang of it, compared to the real Concorde Flight Sim. There you go. Talk about different variations of Flight Simulator. Flight Sim 2000 came out with a very complex Concorde module which I couldn't get anywhere in. I wasn't flying airliners at the time much. I was trying to get into them, but it didn't look good, to be honest, and it was just too complicated. So this, it strikes a fine balance. It gives you a lot of the systems. The MCDU here is wrong. This was not in a Concorde. This is an adapted A320 MCDU apparently. And some of the systems are not implemented. A lot of these switches work. Most of them do. But a lot of the systems are not implemented. And I wouldn't know which which are and which aren't. But I just know it's not overly complicated to fly. Which doesn't sound right, does it? Let's turn my afterburners off. Should we get the overspeed warning just to show you what it's like? Should I put you through that? Has that helped? Oh! Almost Mach 2. Look at that! That's definitely helped. I'm going to keep it roughly staying there anyway. Staying there. Oh, we're so close to Mach 2. And we're coming up to our top. Look how the distance it's travelled. That's me. Never get over this aircraft. Try this in a PMDG 737. You probably won't be able to cover the distance. You might just be able to cover the distance. You would be able to cover the distance. But you're looking at this point 2-3 hours. It's just incredible. What, we've been streaming for about an hour and we've taken off in that time. Are you talking to me? See your question below. RYM. What should I call you? Do you have a first name? Because your username is quite complex. Doc Kodak still your favourite still aircraft? Yeah. No, there's no. I told you there's no aids. There's nothing. You control. As far as I know, you control everything in the aircraft. You can't ask your pilots to do anything for you. I mean, look, there's no engineer. As far as I know, but I've not explored too. I mean, I'm quite happy to do everything myself because it's not overly complex. It's the best way I can answer your question. It's not something that I've looked. Okay. I mean, yeah, if you look at any of the reviews for this, they all say it's quite a simplified. It's a good version of Concorde, but it's a simplified version of Concorde. So it's not going to, and it's cheap as well compared to the PMDG aircraft and 146 and whatever. So for the money and what you get, it's an enjoyable flight, and nothing beats going twice the speed of sound and getting from A to B in a fraction of the time it would normally take you. Okay, where are we heading? Don't want to go too far into that question because there's things I may not know and looked into. We're coming towards Turkey. Ah, goodness, so we've crossed over Hungary, we've crossed over Romania, we've crossed over Bulgaria, and we've been flying for an hour. Oh, come on, how can you not like it? Look at it. I don't understand people who don't say that this doesn't look great, but it looks like it's been used and it's an old aircraft. I've got no qualms about the cockpit. I like the 146 better, but it's an old cockpit. Kieran, I expect they will bring out new aircraft once the sim's released. But they'll hopefully bring... They're saying that the old aircraft will be compatible. Yeah, Fred. Great, Fred. There used to be an engineer. Yeah. And look what we have. Let's just turn you around. The engineers thought, sod this. It's Huddison again. I'm out of it. I'm surprised she stayed, to be honest. The passengers are frozen, so they can't leave. So, yep. Mach 2. But we are just about overspeeding. Let's just keep it in its current configuration, because you'll hear the overspeed alarm and you'll understand why I don't like going to overspeeding the aircraft. Yeah, it's been updated a few times, but it's not updated a lot. It's quite a cheap aircraft for them, really. It's low-cost aircraft, so they don't update it as much as the 146, for example. How long can it fly at this speed? It can fly from here, probably to... I mean, it used to fly from here to New York. It used to fly... The maiden flights was Heathrow to Bahrain Airport, OBBI. That's pretty much halfway. It's further than we're flying now. It's a bit further on from Heathrow. We started at Austria. We're only flying to Dubai, so it could fly pretty much halfway around the world. I don't think they did flights to Australia, did they? But it could fly to Australia on a full tank, no doubt. I'd imagine. And for those of you who don't know, I lived in Hounslow, Osterley, which is next to Hounslow, back in the 1990s, early 1990s, for a couple of years, when Heathrow was flying twice a day over my house I was staying in. So literally over the house, and even when it wasn't at supersonic speeds, the windows would rattle. Engines were just immense on this thing. Just going to slow down. Actually, I said I'd keep it in the configuration. Okay, I've slowed down a little bit, but maybe it will go to overspeed. Maybe it won't, because we're just over the barber pole, but we're at the Mach 2, which is perfect. It's what Concorde was famous for. Alright, on to our next. So we've covered that 200 miles in a matter of minutes. We're on to FSAS. And because we're going at Mach 2, I'm thinking, what is it? Same 500 miles. I'm thinking that will be covered in 10-15 minutes. Could be way out there. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to take long. Look at it. It's moving towards... It's moving towards land already. It's moving towards Turkey already. My goodness me. Handy little thing. So it does actually model quite a lot of the features of the Concorde. It's just a cheap airline in terms of, if you compare it in price to PMDG or 146, you're getting a bargain really with this, and good fun. It's good. It's a good fun airliner. Oh, one time in a regard of. Kieran, what do you mean? They flew the Concorde where? In 2 hours and 50 minutes, was that? To Bahrain? Oh, really? Doc. Okay, I'll have to pick up the Kodiak then. I don't want to miss out on it again. The Kodiak, I definitely want that. To New York. Wow! 3 hours! Under 3 hours! Sean, welcome my friend. It's good to have you on board. You may regret it when we come down to land. Oh, the passengers are still petrified. Over 1,000 miles an hour ground speed, chaps. 1,100, 1,200 going towards. Will we get that dreaded alarm? You'll know about it if it sounds. It's even having trouble staying on course now. We are flying so fast. Guys, if you joined us, go and look down below in the description. I'm doing these flights on Twitch a lot. I did one before this live stream. I flew from Heathrow to Vienna International. I'm flying from Vienna to Dubai International. I'm doing this flight to promote the Twitch. I know a lot of you may not watch Twitch, but it's free. And I just want to get a good number of people watching me. It just feels bad when there's only 1 or 2 people watching. After this flight, go and watch my Heathrow to Vienna if you want to. Did a perfect flight there. Good. Australia in 8 hours, thanks. So it did fly to Australia. Wow. Ah. 8 hours to Australia. And think about it, you know, you know, the airliners flying direct, what is it, 24-hour flight or something of that sort? It's just outstanding, isn't it? Can somebody calculate, please, the distance from Vienna International? Something I didn't do. Can I do that in SimBrief? Somebody gets ahead of me there. The distance from Vienna International low LOWW to OMDB Dubai International. Where is the distance? It's not giving you. Something I don't usually do in a SimBrief, that. Maybe I have to look that up before I do a SimBrief video. There's a lot you can do in SimBrief, a lot more than meets the eye, chaps. I've showed you something at the beginning of this video. Go and watch that later, where you can tailor your flights. View flight plan, let's just see if it gives it us. Route distance 2,326 miles. 2,326 miles. And I reckon in the next 30 minutes we'll be descending. 2,000, over 2,000 miles in the time. Oh, it's just incredible. Maybe an hour and a half flight. Barbados once a week. I didn't know that. Wow. I know Bahrain. It's a little known fact, but it did used to fly to Bahrain. It was maiden flights, basically. Yeah, got it, Dave. Yep. Sorry, chat's a bit delayed, but yeah, 2,300 miles. We've covered over half that distance. Well, we're going to go into Turkey, then into Iraq, then Kuwait, and then into Dubai. Will we fly over? Yeah, we're going to... Turkey's quite a large country. And we're flying over that now, but look how quickly we're going to cover Turkey. And we're going to turn, so not so quickly. Okay, I'm not getting a warning, that's brilliant. And with 2.1 Mach, 2.01 Mach, which is great. It's having trouble at this speed maintaining that route. Oh, well done, that was a guess, Dave. Wow. Yeah, there's actually a sim, Sean. There's a Concorde sim in the south as well, not far from me. I want to go and fly that sim, so you can go and fly a Concorde sim, apparently. You know, like the big sort of airliner sims that you can normally fly. Yep. Faster than a rifle bullet, that should be Kieran, but yep, it certainly did. Yep, so if someone shot a rifle bullet at me now, I'll be faster. Ooh, lots of look at that. Why do people not fly in a... Should I change the server? Let's go to North Europe. Sorry if you're flying with me here, just change if you are. So North Europe, I don't think people can catch up with me, in fact, unless you're in a jet. And you're not going to be able to cover that distance, basically, that I'm covering, over 2,000 miles in a jet, unless you put unlimited fuel on. Someone's going to try that now, aren't they? Why do people not fly in these areas? They are... You know, if you just want a chilled out flight, jump in a Concorde, fly towards Dubai, or Bahrain especially. You're going to have a lovely time. Ah. Wonderful. Look at that. Just check my cockpit. Just press the right button. Always pressing the reset button. No, that's better. Now! Now. No, I don't have it turned on. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, I was playing around with my USB ports before. I don't have my eye tracker Toby. I don't want to put it on because it could crash the sim. So we'll leave that. I was going to give you a treat with the Toby because you could lean out the window basically. Never mind. I'll try and have it. I've been having a few crash to desktops, so I've been trying to eliminate what's causing it. And Theo has had crash to desktops, and I don't know what's causing all these crash to desktops. And I don't usually get them. £6. What? On the marketplace, Sean? Grab it. Person's trying to find out that the tyres are made off, what the tyres are made off. I must scrape things off the... Really, Dave? Scrape things off the runway to test? Wow. And Baron once a week? Really, Kieran? Okay, so it flew to quite a few places then. So the engineers at the site would paint weird and wonderful stuff on the landing areas. Just to muck up their testing. Brilliant. Is that a true story? That is fantastic. I do have everything updated, Kieran. My graphics card, Windows, and goodness knows what. Yeah, it's just that I've got a number of mods. Some things in... I don't know. I think there's some things afoot, because I'm not the only one having crashes to desktops, and it's rare for me to get them. Could be Concorde. Maybe there's an... I've not checked if there's another update for Concorde recently, so it could be. It is. I've been having them when flying Concorde specifically. Not to put you off, chaps. I mean, I can do full flights, but sometimes it crashes before I even get into the cockpit. Oh, the Brooklands Museum. I thought you meant the marketplace. I was going to say, that's a bargain for Concorde on Flight Sim. Okay, yeah, I'll go and record a video there maybe, Sean. I've got a couple of videos like that I would like to record. Would love to try the Concorde Sim if it's still available. Wolfman, are you asking how it would glide with engines off, you mean? It's a heavy old aircraft. It would glide. They don't just drop to the earth because it's got forward mode. At this speed, it would glide probably out of Turkey towards our destination airport. And they probably wouldn't reach nowhere near because obviously you don't have any speed. And it would drop eventually. But it would probably glide towards FSAS at least. Simply because of the speed. As you'll see when I descend later and I drop my speed to 350, why not preempt that? I'm going to right click on my knots knob and I'm going to increase that auto throttle to 350. When I descend, this is the speed I'm going to descend at. As you'll see, it takes an eon for it to come out of Mach speed, speed of sound. And we've got to be out of max speed before 24,000 feet for noise evasion. Well, so we don't shatter windows. So it can probably glide a good way, I imagine. Could be add-on out of the good call, Kieran. Yeah, good call. I may look at my content manager. That's a good call. Yep. I've been a bit lazy. There. We're flying along, guys. Where are we? 217 miles at Mach 2. I was a bit out of my estimation before, but you can see the miles tick down. Wooden spoon to anybody who can guess when we'll get to our next waypoint. So you can estimate the time. I'm going to say... Now, you may be a bit behind me, only 20 seconds, but I'm going to say 20:45 UK time. So 10 minutes from now. We'll be there before that. 260 miles in 10 minutes. Well, we're flying, we can estimate that properly, can't we? We're flying at almost 1,200 miles an hour, so you can estimate that's a 250, it's roughly 5%. Yeah, okay, maybe it's going to be 15 to 20 minutes, isn't it? If that's correct. Yeah, I'm going to keep it here because I've got to descend. Oh, in 8 minutes, okay. Concorde can fly to 60,000 feet, and I'm not surprised. Current altitude, let me show you, it's 54,000 feet. 55,000 feet. 55,000. As you can see here. It's showing 54, but it is 55 there, trust me. And Mach 2. Slowing down slightly, isn't it? Okay, let's just keep an eye on that. Why is it slow? Okay, it's still at Mach 2, I'm not too worried. Guys, can you keep an eye on it for me? Don't hijack it, I just need a pee. Just a second. We are still up in the air, that's a good sign. I don't know if you heard that. I was convinced that, Dave. Yeah, I was right. Oh, I thought you were going to mess around there. The best glide ratio for Concorde at Supersonic is about 9, which is less than half. Hang on a second. The best glide ratio... Oh, okay, glide ratio, yeah. Oh, really? Less than half of the A330 or B777, 777. Wow. Singapore Airlines, Air France and British Airways, I believe, and there was a sort of custom livery between Singapore and, was it British Airways? something. British Airways had a custom livery as well with another airline. I don't believe so, Wolfman, but I could be wrong. I don't think there's any. I mean, there could be. It could be. I think there's one somewhere, but I don't know if it's capable of flight. And why they haven't done anything else since the Concorde, I do not know. Still flying over Turkey. It's a big country. Sun setting? Not really. We are flying towards Dubai, so time zones might be a bit different. It'll be interesting to see when we get there. Right. This is so chilled. Give it a try, chaps. If you don't like airliners, there's something wrong with you if you're a flight sim addict. It's not for everybody, I know, but no, this is why I like airliners. It's a chill flight, and it feels like you are travelling from one country to another, like no other aircraft does. We're travelling a long distance, over 2,000 miles. We've got 31,000, I think that's pounds of fuel in the Concorde. Doing well. Take a look, see. Sun's reflecting in it. Okay, 140. We've covered half that. I just went to the toilet and we've covered half the distance. Oh well. I must do that more often. All's going well. There's a lot of mountainous regions in Bulgaria as well. Is this? Hang on a second. Turkey. We've crossed Bulgaria before. We're in Turkey, chaps. And crossing into Iraq before you know it. Actually, is EVAS in Iraq? Let me just double check something. No, it's still... Yeah, EVAS is still in Turkey. Then from EVAS to Sisan will be going over Iraq, right through Iraq as well. Goodness. Listen to that. Eerie. Bang. Look at the size of these peaks. We're 55,000 feet at altitude at the moment. And look at these peaks. My goodness. This is why airliners are fun. Coming back, great. Let me just catch up. Bear with me, my friends. Are they still in the Concorde? Okay. Only two countries operating, France and Britain. Yep. I think Air France and British Airways were the only airlines. Wasn't it Singapore Airlines as well? Or wasn't there a joint thing with Britain, I believe, or something of the sort? Not being on the PC or sim today, just too busy. Tomorrow make up. Yep. Yep, Sean, for the group flight tomorrow, chaps. Gonna be epic. Moonlight flight. Anybody remember the Pepsi Concorde? Yeah, you can get that livery as well in the sim. I must do that. Couldn't fly as fast as the normal Concorde. Couldn't fly as fast as the normal white Concorde. As the paint caused too much drag, really. Fascinating, isn't it? Loved them. What, the Concordes? Yeah, brilliant. And to East Midlands to see Concorde as a kid. Oh, I used to see it daily, Sean. Brilliant. And Supersonic is coming back with the Boeing. Let's hope so. Every 2 or 3/4 seconds. Wow. 1 mile every 2 or 3/4 seconds. Ah, yeah, it doesn't quite show that in the sim, unfortunately, but you kind of get the same thing if you're travelling over countries. You will get there at the same time, roughly. Yeah. Airliners are one of my favourite things to fly as well, but I do like the old GA aircraft. Nothing like flying through cities in a Cessna 172. Boeing may develop the tech, but I doubt if they have a supersonic passenger aircraft anytime soon. Americans hated the Concorde. I think as well, unless they change the fuel consumption and the environmental effects of it as well. Which, you know, I mean, is that... Yeah, anyway, let's not get into that. Unless they change how much it's damaging the environment. Yeah, it's debatable, isn't it? It's debatable. Although, effectively, if they made a super large aircraft that can carry a lot of passengers at once and charge them a lot of money, that could sort of offset that. I'm not a politician, I'm not an environmentalist either, so I'm going to avoid that topic for now. Nautical miles. 66, good. I think it just became too expensive to run, wasn't it? The fuel consumption. I mean, it was before all the environmentally friendly stuff came in. Just too expensive to fly, and towards the end of its life, I don't think it had as many passengers flying with it because it was mega expensive to fly. I don't know what the equivalent of today's money would be, but perhaps somebody would kindly look that up. I don't fly many of the... I'm gonna get flying the fly-by-wire A320. It's on my list to do. If you want to see that, join Twitch. And if Twitch doesn't take off, I'll just be flying out. I mean, I'll probably just live stream it to Twitch anyway. One or two people are watching, because I'll be doing it in practice. This is like a practice flight for me. I'm just streaming it and promoting Twitch. I don't know anything about the Airbus updates, I'm afraid. It's in $10,000. Was that the cost of the to run the aircraft, or the cost of a ticket? My goodness. I don't think it was that much. I can imagine a couple of thousand back in the day, but I could be wrong. Okay, we're coming up to FS. Crossing into that, and we'll be coming to our last couple of waypoints now, chaps. Sadly, I've been enjoying this. Let's just take a look at our flight route. I mean, it's in brief, don't worry. So after FSAS, we're at Sisson and Sidad, where we'll start to descend. My goodness. $10,000? Goodness. That'll be a lifetime ticket, never mind a bloody round trip ticket. My goodness. Just think, guys, $10,000 you could buy a supercharged PC for that. That'll fly Flight Sim 2030 before it's released. The size of these peaks around here, my goodness. It'd be interesting to fly a GA Grand Caravan around here, or Kodiak or something, if I had it. Must buy that Kodiak. Bob, when's the sale, did you say? Yikes. I'm estimating these must be thousands of feet above sea level. I mean, the undulation of the land itself must be the elevation of the land. Look, house in there. Goodness. Fascinating. Look at that. Huge. Goodness me. Beautiful place to fly around at 55,000 feet. I did say going towards Dubai the weather would clear. We're getting clear skies. You should get some mist as well. Wonderful. Oh, overspeed. That's the overspeed alarm, guys. So I'm going to bring back my throttle. Only a little bit, just to stop the overspeed. Jump into the passenger cabin just to see my ground speed. There you go, we're decreasing. So the alarm will go. If you don't decrease your throttle, the alarm will continue and drive you up the bloody wall. 2.7 Mach, no wonder. We should be really at 2.04 max, really. There we go, alarm stopped. Good, I could show you that. Let's just increase so it stops decreasing. The ground speed about there will do. Yes, I'm just nudging my throttle up slightly just to catch that ground speed so it doesn't keep decreasing. There. Bugger it, that'll do. We are over our recommended speeds even for a Concorde there. Yeah, we're coming back towards them now, it's good. Steady. Yeah. So there you go, that's the alarm. So cardiac on all stores when it's available from June the 19th, which is a couple of days, Monday to 25th. Lovely. Is that worldwide? Okay, yeah, 22nd, 29th on the market. Yeah, I'll rather not buy it on the marketplace, on the PC at least. Xbox I bought flow from the marketplace. I've had no difficulties with PC because I'm on Steam. I hate the flight sim credits, as you probably know from a video that I released. The flight sim credit setup. Oh, look at that. What a view that would be. Can you imagine being a passenger flying at twice the speed of sound? Imagine what it would do to your ears, never mind anything else. Are you ever the same after flying twice the speed of sound? It's having trouble keeping on our route, isn't it? Doesn't show it in a sim, but this will be expanding a couple of feet now because of the air pressure and goodness knows what, and speed. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, let's get back to that view. Oh, come and fly in these areas. Fly an airliner, guys. Fly the bloody Concorde. You're missing out. Their friend who works on the Concorde. Kieran, who was that? What did he do on the Concorde as well? I've got a friend who was an air steward. She was trying to be an air stewardess for British Airways. I don't think she flew on Concorde though. It's one of those sites. I mean, apologies for not showing you much here, apart from what I'm showing you. How can Flight Simulator 2024 get better than that? And I'm not running in max resolution or 4K. It's only 1080p. Reflections, the shadowing. Wow. Amazing time for a flight simmer. Okay, where are we going? We're going up to 2 more waypoints to go. Sissin and then Sidad. I'm going to mention it again, guys. It's going to be on YouTube, this obviously afterwards as well. I'm doing this specifically because I'm live streaming a lot of these flights on Twitch and I'm not getting people come and watch it afterwards, which is okay, but I'd rather have, say, at least 10 people and we could chat along when I'm doing these flights. It just feels horrible, really, when you get 1 or 2 people watching and you think, well, why am I bothering? But I'm starting on Twitch and I've got to take that into consideration, but I'm just using my leverage on YouTube to promote Twitch. And there's no harm in doing that, is there? Where are we? Sun reflections, I can't see. 300 miles towards our next waypoint. No time at all. Watch the miles tick by. I don't think that's a nautical mile, Dave. You were mentioning before it would cover a mile every something like 1/4 of a second or 1/3 of a second. These are nautical miles, but it's still quick, isn't it? I just think the sim's having trouble keeping up, to be honest. Although the scenery is not having trouble, is it? No photos of Concorde flying at Mach 2 were ever taken. No aircraft could keep up with it. do any of the aircraft in the sim keep up with this? The closest thing they got was Tornado. It matched its speed, but only for a few minutes, and it ran out of fuel. It's a horrible aircraft to fly on, as it's incredibly cramped and uncomfortable. I can imagine paying thousands of pounds for or dollars for a seat, and you're like, okay, well, this is fun for 20 minutes. I mean, I think regardless, it's just the experience, isn't it? You would have been thrilled to be flying in the Concorde. I wish I did it back in the day, but you know, you're talking back when I was in my 20s. There's no way. Interesting peak, that, isn't it? Ridge. What is that? I mean, you're travelling so fast and so far with this Concorde. You fly around the world wherever you want to fly in a sim, regardless of where it flew in real life. You can get sights that you probably wouldn't see in a sim. There's airports around there. Okay, I'm going to look at this live stream later and take a note of these airports. Wow, that would be fascinating to fly along. And this is just out of the way. You know, this is not the main sim. I mean, look what we have already, guys. How can you not be hyped for 2024? I am. Look at that. What is that? It's like a... Let's be careful with my language here. It looks like a blue whale. I was about to say something different there. Oh, Moby Dick. It looks like Moby Dick, doesn't it? What the heck is that? Gotta fly around there. Wow. Okay. Oof. Takes your breath away, honestly. Fuel. We should just make it. Lucky I topped up, wasn't it? I put 60% fuel in, but we are flying pretty much the distance that Concorde would normally fly in, I imagine. Still over Mach 2. Stable on speed, which is good. It's a treat for me, chaps, this. I'm live streaming, giving you the treat as well, but look at that. It's as big as bloody Ireland. What is that? We're flying towards Huddison. Let me just take a look on the sim brief. We're in Iraq. We're deep into Iraq. Near Baghdad, in fact. Far from it. Goodness. Look at the light and shading and you do get a lovely haze around this part of the world. You're missing out if you don't fly in these areas. Big time. Big time. Uh, 737 on Xbox. Craig, unless it comes down in price a bit, maybe. Pilot something is one of my is a YouTube creator as well. He does a lot of Xbox 08 something. He did a review on the 737 and it was pretty good, really good. In fact, he did a flight and did a perfect landing. Go and watch his. Let me find it for you. Let me find it for you. Hopefully it won't interfere. So I'm just typing in YouTube here. I'm one of his subscribers. Pilot. I'm going to try and link it in chat for you if I can find one of his comments that he made recently. I made a comment on one of his videos and he replied to it, so there we go, found it. Pilot, there we go. I'm going to link his channel for you. Copy and paste. Go and follow that chap as well. He does excellent reviews for Xbox. And we're good friends as well, which is good. Paul, great to see you, my friend. I think it's a Zagros Mountains. Thanks, Dave. Somehow I managed the cockpit on Concorde to be a little more techie. But what an amazing game. It's not that difficult, Polly, compared to other aircraft. It's pretty simple to fly. What speed sound travels at altitude of 55? How long would it take for a person on the ground to hear the Concorde, and what distance would the plane have travelled in that time? Well, man, don't do this to me. I don't know. Somebody answer that. It was made in the 60s. It was high tech for the time. It's high tech now. Goodness. Look at the haze. Look at it. Guys, you must fly in these areas. You are missing out. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. We're coming up to this Siggin and then our last waypoint for descent. Hope you've been enjoying us. I have. Really enjoying this. Is it not outstanding that even in these out of the way areas, you're not only finding mountain ranges like that, you're finding, I mean, look, look. This looks like the mountain range, Dave. Did they need to put this in the sim? No, but they have. And if you fly the Concorde in places like this, or similar aircraft, enough said. I'll just let you look at that. It's like a giant snake, doesn't it? The haze, look at the lighting. The sun's going to set, isn't it? Oh, we're going to have a nighttime landing or dusk landing. Oh, that's going to be fun. It's okay, I'm on top of it. I'm on top of it. Makes it all the more exciting into an airport I've never flown into. in flight sim at least. Yikes, yikes. Reflections, and I'm using simplified graphics compared to a lot of you. Look, I mean, re-watch this stream and re-watch my Twitch stream that I did from London to Vienna in the first place. You can do this. On the cheap. Concorde's not expensive. Catch up. Concorde had 2 crashes. Does anyone know which ones? There's one in an air show in France. I know that because I watched that. It's pretty disastrous, wasn't it? It just came straight back down to earth. Oh, that's what you talk about, Dave. Only had one in France. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I remember watching that. Yeah. Tried to fly the Air Force A310 on flight sim. That was an epic failure. Keep trying, Wolfman. I've got a few tutorials on airliners. I've tried to make them as simple as I can. With this one as well, I'm trying to make it simple. Oh! Anybody know the... Somebody look up, and I'm going to trust you, the Q&H for... Did I pronounce that correctly? This is the Q&H, isn't it? Control 5, let's get to my per page. Next. Q&H for Dubai International Airport and the wind there as well, please, because I want to input them into my MCDU. Not typically found in a Concorde, but never mind. We'll go with it. How can it have a crash before it flew? Sorry, that made me laugh. Yep. Quite true though, it had no crashes in its lifetime until Paris, yep. It's a pretty stable aircraft, wasn't it? You do follow him, Craig, yeah, thanks for looking. I do like your videos and hoping that you would... Okay, Craig, I'll think about it seriously. I am looking at expanding my airliner, but I do have a few airliners that I've not... Like the Antonov I've not really flew much. I really want to get into that. And the fly-by-wire A320, but yeah, okay, it's on my list. Yeah, best safety record of any aircraft. Yeah. Highest altitude Concorde cruise, that was 58,000. I'm near that. This I googled it. Well, I'm at 55, so I'm near it. That's why Japan Airlines back out of buying the Concorde. I think Dave's right. It only had one crash and it was doing some acrobatics at the time, so you can't blame it. Blame the pilot. Maybe that's in bad taste, but blame the piloting skills, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Actually, there's probably a documentary on that you can go and look at. Okay, Dave, my friend, I'm going to make you an admin if I can here. Can I do that? And you can start adding links and goodness knows what. Dave, you're now a standard moderator. Well done. That's one more way. Who I trust? I trust a lot of you, don't worry, but I've just known one more way for quite a while now. There you go, Dave, you've got a whole new look. Taking off fully laden, never managed to reach Mach. Can you link something about that, Dave? Some kind of documentary or thing if you can? I think you can now as a moderator. It did though, didn't it? It took you... Okay. Crashed into a hotel, which didn't help. Casualty... I didn't know that. Ouch. No, you're welcome, Dave. You're welcome. I did that so you could link things with your fountain of knowledge on this. What can I say? Yikes. That's a lot of haze. Can I see my airport? I'm at 55,000 feet, so I'm not going to worry about that now. Oh. something different about flying in these areas over Iraq, Dubai, Bahrain. My goodness me. It's a must try. It's a must fly. It's beautiful. Beautiful in its own way. Let's give you that view. Yikes. Burning fuel. I'm not on afterburners, but still burning fuel at Mach 2. Sissin, we're coming up to it. And then our last waypoint, chaps. The punishment is almost over. It took me a little bit longer. That's about an hour and 45 minutes. But we've covered over 2,000 miles. Now, how far is it? Someone can put this in chat for me. From New York to London. It's not going to be much past. I'm estimating 3,300 miles at the most. I may be way out. Oh, should we get some lighting? Big lighting's on. Now, gives me something to do, doesn't it? Let's turn it all the way up. We're getting a bit dark. Oh, we should be fine. There we go. Yeah, nice and bright in the cockpit. She's chilled. The engineers jumped out. And the passengers, are they excited or terrified? That's a terrified look, isn't it? Goodness me. But no, he's happy. Okay. It's funny, so long we're keeping the same speed, we're still over 2 point, we're over twice the speed of sound, my friends, and we've been flying that way for some time. And fuel should be okay. I'm thinking Sissin and last waypoint and descent. 3,000 foot, I wasn't far out. There we go. Thanks Dave for the link there. Yeah, you are dock indeed. Let's show you that. You are indeed. So you go outside. At the front of the aircraft, you're not going to get sound because you're travelling faster than the speed of sound. Any objects of the aircraft, anything to do with the aircraft, you're not twice the speed of sound. It's just too fast for sound. As you go back, bang. Let's try that again for you. With the afterburners, it's even more visceral. You really get that boom feeling. What's the aircraft doing? It's turning onto our last waypoint before we descend. Looks frightening, doesn't it? Oh. Dusk is approaching, chaps. What a romantic flight. Bob, this is a prelude to our flight tomorrow. We're not in moonlight yet, but we're in sunset. Look at... flipping pajibas. That is incredible. And if 2024 increases that level of fidelity, bring the thing on. Are we decreasing? Descending? Looks like we're diving towards terra firma, doesn't it? It's just the angle, I think. Oh. In Concorde, Kieran. Thanks, Paul. So 5,500 kilometers for my European friends. Paul, I mean, I'm from the UK, so where are you, Paul? Can't wait to... tomorrow's flight's going to be epic, isn't it? I mean, it's bad enough flying in daylight, never mind moonlight. Bob, what are you doing to us? fascinating. Yeah, if I flew in the other direction, you'll outrun the sunset. I mean, look at what the sim's giving us. Appreciate what it's giving to. It's never been done in any other sim before. Look at the sun setting. We're going to watch it set. That's just bizarre, isn't it? Boston, Mass. Oh, you're in Boston? Okay, yeah, great. Massachusetts, yep. No, A320. Okay. In the A320, okay, brilliant. Can you do that in the A320? Does it have the range? You're going to use unlimited fuel or something. Oof. I see stars. Look. Or something, or planet or something. Curvature of the Earth, surely. See, the world's not flat, is it? Is that just my monitor? Have I got a dot? Have I just move? No, it's not. It's a star, isn't it? The lights in the... You have to appreciate the sim. What is going on? What is going on? Oh, let's watch the sunset. I won't be in moonlight, no. I'll be in twilight though, and it's just blowing my mind. Oh, no, I'm not going to challenge your flight though. Oh, no. Chemtrailing. I don't know. Chemtrailing? Paul, excuse my ignorance, is that a... No, chemtrailing. Not with that one. Requires people to set the time and date. Yep. Guys, Bob's doing the flight tomorrow. He's hosting the flight. I hope you're ready for that, Bob. In moonlight, and we're going to be landing and crashing and... Look at the sun. Grandad was a stonemason for BA British Airways back in the day. I've sent a photo of all the British Airways Concorde pilots. You have a signed photo of all the British Concorde pilots. Ooh, wow! The Red Arrows pilots at the time. Dave, I'll be buying that from you. I'm trying to conspiracy. Okay, yeah. I'm with you, Paul. Bear with me, chaps. Just, I need to get a drink of water. Just a minute. Chops, this has got to be one of the most epic live stream airliner flights out there, hasn't it, for Flight Sim 2024? I mean, I've not landed yet, but goodness, look at the views and sights we get. Look at this. I cannot believe that sight. Look at that. Rays and goodness knows what. I'm not even on max settings, nowhere near. A couple of high settings, but not max. Look at it, the colours. I don't know. I haven't prepared for this. I've not even flown to Dubai International. I've got to land it in somewhat darkness. What on earth is happening with that sun? I mean, it's a bit accelerated, but we are going twice the speed of sound. My goodness. Okay. We're doing it. And the stars ahead of us. Okay, yeah, as you would expect from a clear sky. Oh. No, I didn't anticipate this. But at least we got some light. And we're okay, we can see our controls. Ooh, okay. I'd rank it as one of my very favourites at the moment. I just didn't anticipate it. It's just an ad hoc flight, ad hoc time. Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it? Yes, because we're flying so quick, Dave. We're just flying quicker than anything that's in the air at the moment, isn't it? Really? In terms of airliners, anyway. Oh, we've still got some lights on the ground. Somehow. Oh, we've still got twilight there. Look at that. You've got sunset in there, and then you've got Isn't that incredible? Have you ever seen that in the sim before? I've not seen that in the sim before. That is outstanding. I'm starting to fill my pants at the moment because we're coming up now to Ciudad. Didn't keep an eye on that. So we get back in the cockpit, see if we've got any alarms going. No, we're okay, and the fuel's okay. Pew! Okay, at Ciudad, chaps, we'll descend. Just past it. And I don't know if there's any mountainous regions. It doesn't look like it, and it's just above sea level, Dubai International. I hope it's lit up. It should be, right? Look. Let's get to a point where you can see both. Get rid of the map for a moment. The quality is probably not as good as what I'm seeing, but wow. Yeah, I know, Dave. Well, you know, I said I was used to... I should be okay, as long as the localizer kicks in and landing button kicks in, autopilot landing, we should be okay. And I can bring the speed down quick enough. I'm at 55,000 feet, it's a higher altitude, 5,000 feet above what I normally fly at. You can see the curvature of the world there, can't you? Ugh. No pressure, Paul, eh? Oh, and I've got a glass of wine in my hand, but why not? Gives me a bit of bravery. Okay, we'll see what happens. I'm not drunk. Just a few sips, just to concentrate. Yikes, yikes, look at the change. Still Mach 2. Boom. Okay, VFR map up. Bring up my... This is why I use flow. It's just so useful. Click on the button, VFR map up. Get a flow. There you go. Coming up to Ciudad. Alt 9. Let's concentrate now, Huddison. Let's not mess this up at the very end. 21 nautical miles to Ciudad. We'll start descending. Okay, in preparation. I'll bring this down to 5,000 feet just to be safe. It should clear any mountainous regions. It did in Austria, so it should here. I'm not going to activate acquired altitude yet. Whew, deep breath. Okay. Well, this part's not difficult, to be honest. I'm just going to descend. 10 nautical miles. At Mach 2, that's it's not giving me much time to think, but we should be okay. Okay. We'll just pass by it. Don't need to worry. Let's just see the range to our destination airport. So this is our destination airport. 400 nautical miles. I'm going to wait a little bit, guys. I'm not even going to panic yet. 300 nautical miles or just over. We'll start to descend. Concorde, don't let me down, my old friend. Any constellations there? Does it show constellations, Bob? You did something in a PDF. Does it show the constellations? Yeah, the aircraft rocking from the sonic boom. I can't get over that transition. That is beautiful, isn't it? Do I have a glass when you land? I'm going to warm up, like for tomorrow. You're not adding pressure. It's okay. I'm quite comfortable with the Concorde, thankfully, at the moment. I'm just not in darkness. Lovely, Dave. Yeah, lovely. Yeah. Do join me, chaps, at my destination airport, Southeast Asia. Am I Southeast? No, I'm North Europe now, aren't I? Welcome me at the Dubai International servers. I'm on North Europe server. There you go. Get it back to the front page of Flow, just in case I need it. Flow is wonderful, isn't it? What do you think of Flow, chaps, for those who have recently got it? It's the best add-on I've got. There you go. Oh, what is that? That's freaking me out. What is that? What is that? Something at 11,000 feet there. Is that a player? Oh, I don't like this darkness. I do not like this. Dubai, you better be lit up. It's got to be lit up, surely. This is freaky. This is not what I expected, to be honest. Okay, I've got my altitude set. Got my auto throttle set when I need it. I'm all set up. I'm just going to wait till that range decreases. Can't see anything outside. Cabin. Oops, sorry, hiccups. Passengers. We still have a Mach 2. It's going to take a while to slow down. Altitude acquired. Auto throttle on. Indicated airspeed acquired. You should hear the engines go slowly. We're decreasing from Mach 2 now. I do not trust. It takes a little bit longer. It takes a little bit longer. I've not flown this route. Yep. Okay, let's get back into the passenger cabin. You'll see the airspeed descend, decrease rather. Already beyond Mach 2. We're descending. You can hear some noise from the passengers, and it screams. That comes later. Okay, we are decreasing at roughly, it should decrease at 3,000 feet per minute, and it is. That's fine. And it's going to slowly decrease our speed to 350. Okay. Should be okay. Yep, flow is fantastic. Yep. You cannot project Constellation 9, so that's a shame. Okay. Ah, picks up the Bulldog gyrocopter. Interesting. Is it easy to fly, Dave? Or, I mean, easy to you is not easy to us. Flight plan shows runway 12 right. 12 right, Russell. Yep. That's what I'm aiming for. That's what my ILS frequencies are set up at. Let me just double check that. Good call, Russen. 10950, that's right. Just double check. Just think it shouldn't change because I've set it. 10950 in RadNav. Should be fine. It's all you need to set up. Okay, there's still some I'm gonna keep. I just feel safer when I can see some light. We're still over max speed, over the speed of sound, so you're not going to hear any noise at the front of the aircraft. Here we go. So a couple of more people have tuned in. Now this is what I want on Twitch, chaps. Twitch link down below to my channel. If I can get 20 people watching me when I do a Twitch stream, that would be fantastic. And I'll be doing airliner streams on Twitch. I did one just before this. From London Heathrow to Vienna. I'm flying now from Vienna to Dubai International. You're missing out. You're getting the same product, just on a different platform. God, you can't see a thing. How the... Okay, it's 5,000 feet, should be safe, and Dubai should be lit up, I hope. I've not flown this route, so... If it ends prematurely, there shouldn't be anything at 5,000 feet in our way, but... Yeah. What can I say? I'm not doing any star into this. I'm flying directly into Dubai International Airport. That may be folly. We'll have to see. I'm going to get my heading bug somewhere towards... Heading bug's down here. This white thing here. Somewhere towards my current heading. Somewhere towards. Don't worry about the engine sounds, it's just trying to maintain the 350 knots. There we go, we'll leave it there, the heading bug for now. I'll be turning to on heading later. Nothing complicated about this, chaps. If you take it in your stride, it's not difficult. We're coming under the speed of sound slowly. By 24,000 feet, we don't want to be breaking the sound barrier, and we won't be. That's good. We'll be under max speed before 24,000 feet. We're still at max speed, so you don't hear anything at the front. Only at the back. Let's keep that light. It's comforting to me. Oh dear. Thanks, Paul. Yeah, do subscribe to Twitch. Seeing this now or seeing this after, get on my Twitch channel. Hopefully it will notify you when I go live. In Discord, I'll notify people generally when I'm going live on Twitch. The C-18. I don't know that aircraft, Doc. I do not know that aircraft. I'm going to be flying the Grand Caravan just to be safe. I was going to fly the Quickie. And I've solved the fuel issues with the Quickie. Maybe I'll do a video on that in the future. Okay, yeah, fly together, chaps. In Discord, yeah. Do a flight together. I'm going to have to get something to eat after this. It's long, a little bit longer than I expected. I expected to be there by now, but I'm descending now to our final destination. We are heading towards... Just show you. Dubai International in 300 nautical miles. There we go. Okay, quite a way. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to increase my auto throttle. And get it to acquire. It's a long way to go at 350 knots. I should have descended a little bit later, but I just don't know this area. That's okay. Still typically afterburners on. Oh no, yeah, the auto throttle's kicking in the afterburners when it needs to. Alt Control 7. Do I have my piano keys up or down? They're down, so it's just engaging afterburners when it needs to. That's interesting. Ah, didn't know that. Just kicked him in for a moment there. Ooh. I hope so, Paul. I hope they can. It'd be nice to have a snack, especially when you're doing a lengthy flight. Really enjoying this. This is going down as one of my favourite flights. If I can land this, brilliant. I should be able to land it as long as the runway's lit up. Let me just make sure I'm not going to run out of fuel. Adjust the fuel probably right there. Yeah, just about right. So 60% fuel in the Concorde if you want to do the flight should see you through with a lot of afterburner on. Altitude 33,000. We're below max speed. No, not quite. We're still flying in max speed, so that's okay. Get there a bit quicker. Don't mind me going to this view, chaps. It's just comforting to me. Don't normally fly, Bob. This is why your live stream is going to terrify me. I don't fly in darkness or moonlight. I've done a video on it. It's fun. I'm just not practiced. Concorde's got some lights. That's good. Actually, is are my landing lights? Did I have them on in the first place? Let's just test something. I'm not convinced now. I may have been doing this in reverse. Let's get to the proper view. Right. Turn a couple on. No, they weren't. I had them right. Okay, landing lights are not very bright on the Concorde, are they? There you go. Landing lights on. I'm not rehearsed, I've got to admit, with the lights in the Concorde. So there's quite a lot you can get into with this aircraft. A lot of these switches do work, of course. Phone, what's the phone? Cabin phone on. Okay, let's call the stewardess. What does that do? Hopefully it's not going to break the aircraft. These are all turned up. I don't know about lights. I'm trying to get more lights on the aircraft. Or the outside of the aircraft. I think that's probably enough lights, isn't it? To do. Here to do. Let's concentrate on getting down. Spooky. Spooky. There's a lot of elevation around here. Let's keep an eye on that. Let's keep an eye on that. Passing 24,000 feet. Okay, are we still in Mach? No, there you go. 24,000 feet, and we're not breaking the speed of sound now. So the front of the aircraft, everywhere around the aircraft you can hear. Chaps, this is making me want to pee again. Too much information. Back in a moment. Yeah, I'm really hyped, Paul. Sorry, I'm back. Really hyped for 2024. It's an evolution in the sim, and 2020 is likely still to be supported at least for a couple of years. My goodness, that landmass is close to our altitude, isn't it? Just keep an eye on that. If I can see any landmass around me. So yeah, I'm quite excited for 2024 flight sim. We're not that high above it. What is our altitude at the moment? 17,000 feet. Okay. Let's keep an eye on that for a moment. And get my keyboard back on my lap. Oops. That's the view I meant to go to. Just over 200 nautical miles towards our destination airport. I definitely descended too quick, but never mind. Fact on that note, I'm going to go full. It only goes up to 400 knots, now I can't go faster. Yeah, you can't increase the knottage there. 400 knots is the fastest it will go to under auto throttle. Oh well. That's not a mistake. So let me just look into that for a second. Let me just see if I can adapt something here just to get us there a bit quicker. 230. I wonder. I'm going to try something rather stupid here, chaps. Oh, no. No. It's going to scream at me. It's going to scream at me. Probably not the best idea. Let's see. It's not screaming yet. Yep, now it's screaming. Let's go to quiet. Bloody barber pole. Now I can turn the warnings down, but you are stressing out the aircraft at this altitude, so okay. It is what it is. Keep it at 400 knots. Yeah, we should be okay. We're still making good speed. Should be okay. Okay, darkness all around us. Nothing now is our friend. Nice scenery there, though. Yeah, descended way too slow. About 260 nautical miles out. You should really start descending. I was going to wait. I just panicked, really. If you're doing this flight, maybe 280, 260 nautical miles out, start to descend like I did before. I just descended way too quick. Now, I don't want that to happen. I don't want to increase altitude. Altitude acquired. Hold on. And in vertical speed. On my multi-panel, just to get it back down. I'll descend at 2,000 feet per minute. That's fine. Now it's doing it. That's fine. Ah, we'll get there. We'll get there. Won't take too long. The descent phase of the Concorde is sometimes half the flight. So you fly to your destination, you're descending, it can take half the time to descend. I mean, let's not, literally not half, but it can take a long time to descend to your required altitude at an airport than it can to climb and cruise. Something you got to bear in mind, but if you get that, like I said to you, about 260, maybe 280 at the most, so you're 280 out from your destination airport, then start to descend, you should be fine. Well, I'll think about it. So I can't break Mach at this altitude. Should I affect things here? You know what? I am going to, just for science. Just for science, chaps. I'm already making it twice as difficult as it needs to be. I'm gonna go altitude acquired there. If I need to go vertical speed, I will do. Yeah, I'm in vertical speed already, so let's go 2,000 feet. Let's turn off auto throttle and increase. Oh, I can't because the barber pole. Bloody hell, what is that nonsense? This needs to increase. The barber pole needs to go up. It's not do me any favours at all there. We're going a bit faster there, though. Trust me on this. "24,000 feet, about 150 nautical miles out. We should be okay. I'm estimating things now. There you go. Barber pole's slowly increasing. Let's increase my throttle. Go a bit faster. So essentially the barber pole here is showing you don't want to get beyond the speed, otherwise you're breaking noise abatement and goodness knows what and stressing the aircraft out. As you increase your altitude, this barber pole, this stripe thing will go pretty high and you can get to Mach 2 speed, 50,000 feet and over, essentially. Increase my throttle more there. This came in with a recent update. I don't know how accurate that is to the sim. I don't particularly like it, but I'll follow the procedures. Dubai seems lit up. Can we see it? Oh, you're there already. Okay, that's good. Good to know. Climbing back up at the moment. Good speed, it seems like. Keep an eye on where I am. Sorry chaps, a bit longer than I anticipated. I've just messed up on my descent. Wait a bit longer before I start to descend. Let's get nearer, maybe even 120. I'm going to risk 120 nautical miles out. Or more. 100 nautical miles out should be okay, I reckon. Speed, don't want to go too quick. I'm going to get the alarm. Doesn't really have air brake, the Concorde either. You want to put an air brake out when you're at Mach 2, no thanks. So you're just going to have to use the auto. It does have an auto throttle, which is nice. Very nice addition. 146 doesn't, per se. But they're in a different category. I think this will be category E or something. It's like the higher category, highest category, the Concorde. Okay, speed good. Good to see so many of you watching. Hopefully not watching me fail. I'm doing a lot of things ad hoc airport, ad hoc flight in darkness, which I don't like at all, but just enough fuel to carry me there. Yeah, more than enough fuel to get me there. Not worried about fuel now. Okay, we'll get there. We'll get there. Look. Okay, somebody's there. Wow. Freaky. If your live stream tomorrow night, Bob, is anything like this, my goodness. My goodness. Oh yeah, yeah, I used to see them, Kieran. Used to see the Concorde fly out and fly back in. I think it was maybe 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock UK time. So it just shows you how quickly they could get to and from New York. So like maybe 12 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Maybe that would be more feasible. 12 o'clock and 9 o'clock. But I used to see Concorde twice daily back in the day. Fly over my house, or the house I was staying in. So it'll be the outward bound going out from Heathrow and then coming back into Heathrow several hours later. It's incredible, isn't it? You think about that. I'm not going to do a return flight, do I? Do a return flight? Maybe on a Twitch stream, chaps. Dubai to London Heathrow. Oh. You'll be flying over the moon on July the 3rd, not tomorrow, Bob. Oh, full moon, yeah. July the 3rd, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, of course, yeah, we're setting the date out. Yep, yep, I'm with you. Yep, yep. Okay, there's nothing to see there apart from... Oh, I don't know, it's quite pretty, isn't it? Okay, we're getting towards that 100 knots. I need a drink. Just a second. A bloody cigarette, but I don't smoke. Okay guys, very unprofessional, but I need something in my stomach, so I'm just eating some dairy milk salted caramel niblets, which are very nice, by the way. Must try. I'll try not to chomp while I'm live streaming. Passengers, how are you doing? It's not very well lit up for you here, is it? No, you're okay. They're like Can we get to our airport, please? What are you doing to us? They do not look happy, do they? Oh, dear, dear, dear. We should be okay. It's a good test of piloting skills, this one, actually. 100 nautical miles, are going to start descending at 100 nautical miles. We're getting there. Bring us back down to 5,000 feet here. Okay. 350 knots should be okay. Yeah, no auto throttle on at the moment. Just letting it go as fast as we can get it. Just keeping an eye on our speed here. We're way past that barber pole. The barber pole's swinging around. I'm freaking out there. What's happening? Hey! Hey! Yeah, Concorde's usually okay, chaps. I don't know what's going on with that barber pole, but we'll go with it. Where are we? Thank you for sticking with me. My goodness. Okay, let's land this thing. Okay, autopilot acquired. Should have gone to landline. Indicated airspeed acquired 350 knots. We'll descend to 5,000 feet in time for our landing. Okay, there's a couple of people around now. Are you chaps watching me? It's good to have you along if you are. One away, Dave! Well done, my friend. Keep me company. Guide me in. Where are we? Goodness, okay, people have disappeared now. Dave, are you still there? Okay, you're still there. You're going to be my comfort blanket. What are you in, by the way? Vision jet, yeah? I've got it on auto throttle, don't worry about the engine noises. Just to make sure. Yep. It's acquired 350. 0.77 Mach. Okay, we should be okay then. Don't know how accurate that is, but we'll take it. As long as we're not 0.77 Mach on landing, we should be okay. Well, there were people to the right of my aircraft. They've gone. Oh, there they are. Have I left them behind? Quickly. Goodness. Sorry, chaps. Dave, let me know what you're in, please. Is that the Vision jet? I think it is. Oh, YouTube's gonna scream at me for this live stream. It's a bit longer, chaps. I'm sorry. I'm hungry as well. More salted caramel. Lovely. If you don't like too much sweet stuff, salted caramel niblets are fantastic. Mmm. Okay, let's keep an eye on that. Nothing to see outside. Apart from Dave, of course. 74 nautical miles, that's fine. Fuel's just about okay. Guzzles fuel, doesn't it? Those are gallons, are they? Pounds. Alright, should be okay. Indicated airspeed acquired mode on. No, it's actually holding at indicated airspeed and it's still climbing down. 15,000. Yeah, good timing. Good timing that. I'll take that. So there you go. If you're in an airliner, you're not okay. What's this coming towards us? still think we should be okay. We're still 60 nautical miles away from the airport. We're going to get down in time. I'm just not worried. I know this aircraft. Shockwave, you're suddenly ahead of me. And the other cars. Okay. It cheats. Or were you always ahead of me? Dave, where are you? Ah, there you are. Keep up, my friend. F35, oh brilliant, okay. I was on Irish Ferris at 11 AM in the morning and the captain told us to go out on deck and look up and you'll see Concorde. He was going to France. There you go, Karen. Right. Everything's set, enough fuel. Beautiful. I like this. Something I've not tried, an airport I've not tried. I've not tried a nighttime landing in the Concorde. I'm going to look at my instruments severely when I get down to our destination airport. Really going to concentrate on my instruments to try and nail the landing. I want to really try and nail the Heathrow to Vienna landing was beautiful. I didn't even feel the landing. Didn't even notice. I can't promise on this one. This is wonderful. One of my favourite flights of all time. Especially because it's ad hoc. What is that in the horizon? What is that light? What's going on? I'm lost. Oops, I've just reset my view. I can't see the Concorde anyway. Oh, there we are. Hopefully we'll see it better when it lands. Enough lights, chaps? Yeah, there's enough lights there, isn't there? People can see me, surely. Should have some kind of beacon lights or something. Don't know where they are. Anybody know where they are in a Concorde? I've not needed to try them. I've never needed to put beacon lights on. Oh, goodness sake. It's wonderful. Don't press that. Seatbelts on might be a good call. Beacon on! Hey! Logo on! Found them. Let's get outside. Oh, isn't that better? Isn't that better? Now we're lit up. There you go. So I've learned something. That's good. What a sight. Hope it's coming through for you, my friends. You're getting OBS and YouTube quality, I'm afraid. Yeah, of course, Sean. Take care, my friend. Oh, overspeeding! Well, overspeeding. Let's just slow down. Hey! Do I need to be lower? I need to be lower. Auto throttle. Get it to 300. Autopilot on it will slow down to 300. There you go. It's just telling us at this altitude you shouldn't be that fast. We're at 5,000 feet. Okay, chaps, we're going to have to cruise in. No choice unless you want the nagging autopilot. Should be okay. I want to come down in altitude to about 3,000 eventually when I can see land somewhat. Dubai maybe. I'm not going to fly into the the tall building. Sorry, when I'm concentrating on something my mind can't transfer to others, so the cow graffiti, no, what's it called again? Anyway, the big tall building. I don't want to fly into that. Thank you, Craig. I'm counting on me myself, my friend. Hope a few people are still watching. It's good to see people in the... It's good to have company. This is what I want on Twitch. This is what I need. When I'm flying these kind of flights, this is what you want, you know? Well, that colour I can see in the distance must be Dubai, Kuwait. Saudi Arabia rather. United Arab Emirates, of course. Oman. Back into the cockpit, just make sure everything's okay. Always check your instruments, chaps. You're coming into landing now. We're coming into our final destination at last. You and the passengers must be breathing 25 nautical miles out, my goodness. Okay, let's test. Now we should pick up on the ILS. Concentrate Huddison. Switch it to radio navigation. This picks up. Heading bug. Let's move it so we can capture that course deviation line. So you can see the white marker moving on my heading down here. Moving a bit more. And we're going to heading select. There you go, it's turning. Heading select. We're no longer in ILS. We're coming into land. Glide slope indicator should move up. Bloody well hope so after all this. Chaps, this is the moment you've been waiting for, so do stay tuned. It's a nighttime landing that I'm not rehearsed with. It's not an airport I'm rehearsed with. I just hope there's no giant buildings ahead of us. No, we should be okay. I'm going to bring our altitude down. Concentrate. 4,000 feet at least. In fact, 3,500 feet. I think we should be okay. I believe we should be okay. Knots I'm going to bring down. My goodness me. 250 knots. You're going to hear an alarm. We've not got our landing gear deployed. Well, maybe. Maybe not. You won't hear the alarm. Okay. Localizer mode on. The aircraft's turning now. It's got control of the localizer. It's going to try and stay on that localizer mode. Keep zoomed in on that because I want to know when to sit on my landing. Okay, really concentrate here, Huddison. Really concentrate. Bring our visor down, all the way down for landing. You can't see it in the aircraft, but you might just... Oh, bugger off. Not be able to see it outside. Yep, that's the alarm I was expecting. Get outside, landing gear down. You're not going to be able to see it, but I'm putting my landing gear down. You can hear it, hopefully. Localizer mode on. Watching the glide slope indicator now, the last part of this. Decreasing my throttle, 220. Let's get slow down for Dubai. There's markers ahead of us, that's got... Ah, lovely. It's lit up. We're there, my friends. We are there. Oh, this is beautiful. This is what I wanted. Fingers crossed. Don't jinx me. Paulie and Doctor, don't jinx me. I'm sure you're not trying to. Oh, landing, land. Make sure it's lit up. Auto land's lit. We're in auto land mode. It's going to follow our glide slope. Let's bring our auto throttle down. Why am I so excited? I don't know. Bring it down to 187. Should be fine. We got this. We've nailed it. We've absolutely... Can I see my landing gear? Oh, I can't... Oh, what a sight! Look at that, the Calvin... Whatever that big building's called. It's... Look at that! What a treat for the end of the flight. My goodness me. Okay. Well, follow this little flight if you want to do the same. I will recommend this. Don't remember what time I set it to. I just put it a couple of hours behind my own time and it just worked out so far. Look at Dubai. Look at Dubai. Okay. Calm down, Huddison. You can see how passionate I still am for this sim. 2024, you better live up to this. Right on the glide slope. Who's ahead of me there? One more way is going in. Lead the way, Dave. Where are you going? Don't crash. What are you doing, my friend? Where are you going? Okay, you're still... Okay, he's turned back. Fancy that one. Okay. Right, lined up and it's staying beautifully on the glide slope. This is better than I anticipated. Especially because I've never flown into here before, and you've got to trust me on that, I've just not. Autopilot off! You know, I can see it beautifully, the runway. No need to fear. We're climbing down. Beyond 1,000 feet, I'll disable it. Imagine this on Twitch. Follow me on bloody Twitch, for goodness sake. It's the whole reason for this live stream. I want more people there. Okay, autopilot off, auto throttle off. I didn't bring my throttle down in the aircraft. You've got to watch your throttle on your physical throttle now. Match it to your throttle so that you do not increase in speed when you're coming into land. Minimums, that alarm is. And we're coming down to land. I'm not used to this in night time. Good practice for tomorrow, Bob. Right on the centre line, more or less. Am I down? I'm down. Oh, I'm down now. Okay, I didn't realise. Okay. There you go. Still quite smooth. Oh! We did it. I've got a tear in my eye. Excuse me. This is beautiful. It's been beautiful from start to finish. I'll come off on a fast taxiway here. Oh. Okay, I overshot that a little bit, but we should be able to correct. Oh. Oh, keep the nose down for landing. You know, chaps, I don't know where I am in Dubai, so I'm not going to start to taxi to a parking lot. Stay. One more way. Can you come down, my friend? Not that way. Oh, you... Yeah, one more way. It's a bit harder than mine, I'm afraid. Stop cheating. Yeah, there you go. There you go, my friends. Flight from Vienna to Dubai. Go and follow my fucking Twitch, for goodness sake. That's why I'm making this video. Hope you've enjoyed. Subscribe for more. Subscribe. Follow me on Twitch. I'll see you soon. But thanks, Polly, and thank you, Doc. Wonderful. I should do YouTube once a week. Anyway, I'll see you soon, chaps. I'll see you soon. I'm just overjoyed.